I don't know, Human Rights Watch and other Amadou Tante. I will come back to you. Let me ask Amadou Tante, who has been working on the ground. How is this report different from the other reports that have been published by Human Rights Watch and other international rights groups?
Okay, thank you once more, Mr. Lasha. Well, with due respect, let me just start first of all by saying something else. But it's really related to the Anglophone crisis. We're coming to the report of Amnesty International. Can bear with me that about 1 week ago, the armed separatists, particularly in Bamising, have a prohibited movement between the three divisions of Northwest. That is Ngoktunja division.
And it's still on, eh? It's still on. I remember.
I just came back from the village about 2 days ago. We're obliged to use a very porous road, which is through Fumban to my village in Babawan. It's really unfortunate that the separatists in a particular village would decide to impose lockdown on on 3 divisions of the Northwest region, thereby penalizing the citizens. Because this route, the military that they are prohibiting the movement from, they are instead prohibiting the movement from the civilians, but the military are still moving through this route without any major problem. But they are threatening to target anybody who dare violate this rule. It's really regrettable because these people are still penalizing the citizens who are in this area or the civilians who are in this area. A lot of things are going on wrong. We have the road we used the other day from between Banguren and Bangulan. The nature of the road is very terrible. When we are coming back, I realized that there was one of the camions that were carrying food from that way. So also carrying food from Bamenda to I don't know which to the French part of Cameroon. They had to use the other route, and when we were coming back, we realized one of the camions has even fallen inside the rice farm along the stretch of road because of the bad nature of the route. So I'm just praying to the separatist leaders and the separatist fighters who are on the ground who have done this issue to look into this situation as soon as possible so as to release the civilians. At least this is not the right thing we are supposed to be doing. We are instead penalizing our people.
Yes.
Well, concerning the report.
The report now. So what is the element that makes this report more important and more, how do I put it? I know, important than other reports or serious than other reports that have been published by other international rights groups?
Well, let me say first of all that the first thing that caught my attention on this report is that the Amnesty International have made it very clear that they made 2 tours to Cameroon. It's not something that they were in Europe or wherever they are and were doing the investigation. They made 2 tours in Cameroon. They visited many non-governmental international organizations in Cameroon who are working in Cameroon. Many embassies, especially the European Union and the USA Embassy, and even those of the National Commission for Human Rights. Even though they said that all attempts to meet with ministers in Cameroon, like Defense Minister, Territorial Administration, and others, were in vain. And second, they said the second mission on the field, particularly in the Northwest Region, they send people directly to meet the victims and other people. It's not something, as I said, something that they went and had first-class information on what actually is happening in the Northwest, particularly in the Northwest Region, because they had to meet the different people to hear their stories and document these stories. Again, you will bear with me that Amnesty International clarified things, try to make us understand that in this region we have 3 groups of people who are operating. Because many people know that we have only the defense security forces on the other side and the armed separatists.
But there has always been this issue of real amber and the ambers that are not real now.
Well, apart from the ambers who might be real or
real ambers, the ambers that are not real.
You know, it's not very easy to distinguish the real ambers from the ambers that are not real. But apart from
which
that,
ambers are the real ambers and which ones are not the real?
The issue is that even with regards, most often we say that it depends maybe on the reason why people are joining this group, because we have the real fanatics, those who are really Amazonian by blood, that are ready to fight for this war. But we equally have some people who have entered into this group maybe for retaliation, or those who have really entered to make money, so go and kidnap people for money and all the rest. But apart from other this will equally have other militias like the Fulani. In most situations, we know that there are some Fulanis in other areas like Mwa, and we have in Menchum division and other areas who are equally operating. They are doing some very, very, very funny things, either targeting the population like the situation in Womb and other funny situations. And in this situation, a report of Amnesty International, they have equally make also understand that the crisis is not only between separatists and the defense and security forces. We also have crisis between Fulani in some areas against the population, or we have the separatists against the Fulani, because in areas like in Menchum divisions, we have in some areas, we have, like in Women Central in particular, the situation is between the Muslim community there and sometimes Muslim community being sometimes guarded by the defense and security forces go and commit atrocities in order to civilians or civilian properties, according to what Amnesty International is saying. And we go in other areas like Indu, you realize that the Moro or the Fulani have always been suffering from the hand of the separatists. The separatists have targeted the Fulani for virtually no reason, and they have killed so many of them, destroyed their properties, seized their cattle, and so many other funny things in this area, which is really unacceptable. And I will still go on to say that Amnesty International equally made us to understand that people have a lot of hate speech which is going on between people living in this area, like the separatists. Some area will say they are saying that the Bororo have some of the Bororo Fulanis have testified that sometimes the population of this area, particularly in Ndu, they tell them that that you are not supposed to be here. This is our land. You don't own any land. A Fulani man don't have any land anyway. So go back to where you came from, and all those kind of funny things. We are all Cameroonians, and we should live in harmony wherever we are living, and doing whatsoever they say that fighting for their freedom or whatsoever does not have anything to impact on the negatively on the life of any other person who is living, whether the person is from which area or wherever area. We are all in the same country or in the same area, and have the right to the same land, and other things as such.
There's another group that probably Amnesty International forgot, the vigilante group.
No, when they say militias, they are referring to both the vigilante groups, the Fulanis, and the other.
There's another, and the vigilante group, most often they are supported by